Hello, Linda from Barlates Body Blitz here. Minnie's not in the studio today, but not to worry, she'll be back very soon. Today we're doing another chair workout. 15 minutes is all we're gonna take, around 1,500 steps. All we're gonna do is do some movements using our arms, using our legs. You will need some light hand weights. 1 kilo is what I'm using, which is just over 2 pounds. But first of all, let's get started just sitting on the very edge of our chair, and we're gonna march in place. So I want really nice upright posture if you can, tummy's in, and use those arms, really wanting to wake up your arms and your legs. If you are able to use your legs, then just follow me with these easy going steps. And anytime I change my motions and you don't like them, just come back to this. So starting with a little step tap, and if you cannot use your legs, then just do the upper body as much as possible, and you will still get an amazing session, side to side. You want to really have a nice tall posture and push your chest through and really squeeze your shoulder blades at the back. Now I like to kind of be up on my tippy toes because I find it easier to move a little bit faster, but up to you, what you prefer. Now we're going to go in front with that little heel and push our arms overhead. Push up and row down, elbows towards the back. Once again, squeeze those shoulder blades. Deep breaths here, and anytime I go too fast, you slow it down to your pace, waking everything up, and then we're going to do some little arm exercises to really heat up through those shoulders, biceps and triceps. Now we're going to go side to side, so you want to keep everything stable on the lower half and you're bending side to side. Now start to reach down towards the floor. You really want a straight spine here, no rounding or arching, and just reach, reach. Getting that waistline involved. All the way down. Now, big arms, and if you want to, once again, add in those heels or just march in place. I find that the tempo with the heels is easier when you've got these big L arms. Now, do you want to start twisting through the waist as you do this? That way you're going to get a nice oblique action happening. 3 and 1. Now side to side and 2 to the front. Can you do this? Open and then 2 to the front. If the arms are confusing, just keep going with the arms like this. And then if you wanted to, you could even use the arms like this the entire time. So you can make it your own workout. Otherwise, keep going with me. Front and front, side to side, front and front, front and front. Now can we just pick up one leg, starting really slow, and if you want to, only if you can, pick it up with me. Now if you're just doing the arms, you might want to pump down and up, down and up. So you can make your arms a lot more intense by adding some shoulder presses, maybe making it faster. So if you're doing this with me, you should feel some major hip flexor and quad work here, and we're just going to switch it to the other side. Keep that spine tall. I'm sitting on the very edge of my chair, but if you prefer, you can sit right back if you need more support. Keep going. So here we're warming up through those biceps because we're going to be picking our weights very soon, but not quite yet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now can you do a wider stance and just twist through the waist? So I'm doing a wider stance for a more stable base of support. Now if you can, little punches across to that corner. So lots of abs here as well as arms. Pretend you're punching something, so really punch with purpose. Keep your neck long. Okay, you ready to pick up those weights next? 2 and 1. Don't worry if you miss a few reps. Let's go back to marching, but this time holding onto those weights. So immediately, it should feel a bit tougher to move those arms through space. So if you're just here and you're anchoring those legs or you can't move those legs, really give it your all. Maybe you're twisting a bit into a waist. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Now overhead once again, using those weights. If you need to slow it down, slow and controlled is fine. Maybe you have heavier weights than me and you want to keep everything more slow and controlled, and that's totally fine. You use your level as long as it's challenging. You want to make sure you're challenging your body. It's a short workout. 6, 5, 4, 2, and 1. Now I want you to hinge forward and I want you to just come in and tricep extensions to the back. So you're not moving the top portion of your arm, you're just moving from the elbow down. Really squeeze, really squeeze. Now if you want to, tap in front as those arms shoot back. You've got a flat back, but you're slightly hinging forward and up if that's where you're at. We're going to stay with this, but we're going to go faster and we're going to alternate. And we're going to step out as well. Is this too much? If you can do it, try. Just tap. It can be a tiny little tap. And we're doing those same tricep extensions, staying slightly leaning forward and really squeezing the back of the arm. Starting to get that breath going. Squeeze, squeeze. Now out and down. Slight bend in the elbow, up and down. Shall we keep marching while we do this? Up and down. So it's double time with those legs, single time with the arms. Now, if you want to keep your arms fully straight, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Push your shoulders down in opposition to those arms raising. Now, we're going to bend our arms and do this alternating. Keep the march. Keep the march. Alternate, alternate. Or you're here and maybe you want to go faster. Maybe you want to extend a little bit more. It's up to you how fast you go. Make it your own workout. Whatever I show you here is just a guideline, but if you've got something else in mind or something else feels better to you, you just go for it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we put both weights in one hand and do a bicep curl? Now let's go. Heel and toe. See, I'm not resting my whole leg down. I'm tapping my heel, then my toe. Other hand, doesn't matter what you do with it, just keep a nice tall upright posture, down and up. And if 2 weights is too much, you just drop one and use one in that arm. Up and down. We're going to switch it. Last time and switch it. Heel and toe. Heel and toe. You really want to extend long. I'm at an angle here and I'm pulling and pushing. Putting them back in both hands after this round. 3, 2, 1. Okay, can you do like a little rowing action with your arms and back to those heels? Row, and you can keep your elbows bent if it's too much with those weights, but the straighter you keep your arms, the more you're going to feel this. So twisting through that waist once again, but keeping your spine nice and straight. 3, 2, 1. We're going to come into a fast walk. We're going to go out, out, in, in. Just punching forward with those arms. Out, out, in. Just keep breathing. If you need little breaks, take it. I know we're flowing one exercise into the next, so there are no breaks here. It's only such a short workout. I wanted to give you the maximum amount of burn for the 15 minutes. Okay, so back to those bicep curls. I'm doing them pretty fast now, But if you wanted to slow them down, you can. Now, can we kick instead of heels? So once again, toes down and kick if you can. A few more like this. Straighten the leg if you can and squeeze the top of the thigh. One. Now we're going to pick up the arm and the leg. So front raise just to a bit above shoulder height, picking up that leg. Keep the leg straight. And if this is too much, maybe you're picking up your leg bent, or maybe you're just leaving the leg and you're just doing the arm. Okay, you find a level that works for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to do the other leg up and down. This time we're going to palms to the front, and it's on an angle. Still kind of like a front raise, but we're angling our arms out to the sides. Changing the angle means you're targeting the shoulder muscles and the arm muscles in a slightly different way. Up and down. Keep that leg straight if you can. It's really going to work that front of the thigh a lot more if your leg is straight. Back to marching. Shall we start pushing overhead? You know what? We're not far off now. So the last few rounds, I want you to really give me your best. So push up overhead, tummies are in. Light weights, fast pace, lots of reps to burn out those arms in a short period of time. Now we're going to come up and sweep behind, sweep behind. So you're anchoring your feet here and you are twisting through the waist but with a straight spine. Follow your arm with your gaze if you can. Sweep behind. Breathe through it. This with the long extended arms, you should feel it a lot more in those obliques. Down and up, wider stance, and we're going to do twist, twist, knee. Twist, twist, knee. Now if you want to, when you do the knee, extend your arm across the knee. Twist, twist, extend. And if you don't want to do the legs, just stay here, and this is still amazing. Twist and across. You just twist as far as you can. If you can't do much of a twist, just keep it more to the front, and that's fine. Okay, now we're going to do wide heels and wide biceps. Out and out. If this wide stance with the legs is no good for you, just bring it back to the front. Or you can just march it in place as well. I quite like doing these out to the side. You use your lower belly when you're trying to lift your legs out to the side. Back to the center, marching in place. We're going to do some side punches. Up and down, up and down, up and down, center. Up and down, up and down, up and down, back to center. Keep those legs marching. Up and down, center. Last time on this side, center. Let's go back to the side and then 2 to the front. See, open the chest and then sweep up and sweep back. Open and open, sweep up and sweep back. You should really feel a nice stretch in your shoulders here as you're sweeping those arms back here. Side and side, and if the legs are confusing, just keep a march going or just keep one of these leg patterns. Out, out, in, out, in. Little punches in front. Out, in. In. Come on, sit tall, tummies in. A little bit of twisting through that waist. Big punches. Quick punches. Out, in. We're nearly done. We've got one more interval to go after this one. And we're going to do fast little runs on the spot. Can you do it? Maybe you want to push overhead for the last little bit. or maybe you're just here. Maybe you lean into it a little bit more and just run it out. Oh, maybe some overhead and then some in front. Come on, we've got another 12 seconds, 10 seconds, up, 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 up. Come on, last little bit, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that is it, 15 minutes. Let's have a look. I clocked in 1,300 steps in 15 minutes, so it's the equivalent of walking about 1,300 steps. So that's a pretty good effort. We did a lot of fast motions with those arms. Now you can redo this whole workout once again. Maybe this time you don't use the weights, so you just get a cardio factor. Maybe sometimes you focus on more lower body and other times you focus more on upper body. Make it your own workout. If you're finding you're progressing, add some ankle weights, add heavier hand weights, and you can really make it more challenging. Thank you so much for walking with me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.